our last episode of the Senior Spotlight series. So make sure to go ahead and drop a like and make sure to follow our Instagram page. And as always, enjoy this last episode. Yeah. So was there any particular athlete or basketball star who you looked up to?
Uh, Steve Nash. He's actually who I'm named after.
Oh, really?
Um, yeah, that was my dad's pretty much his favorite player whenever he watched basketball. So that's just kind of who I watched too.
Very nice. All right. So who were the people who had a big influence in your life?
Uh, Probably mostly just my bigger brother and my bigger sister, just because we're so close in age, and I kind of just watched everything they did. Um, like not even in just like the sports sense, like just kind of in life in general. Um, and my parents, obviously, those are probably the main ones.
Very nice. All right. So what age did you decide to do basketball at?
Um, Shoot, I don't know. I do know that I started playing in kindergarten when I was super young
Yeah.
with my brother's team, and so I guess I would have been, oh shoot, I don't know, pretty much my whole life, I guess,
Fair enough.
since I could walk.
Yep. So, what future goals do you have in life, and what is one way you'll plan to achieve that?
Um, well, just a goal, I guess, is just to, eventually get through college and starting the business and all that kind of stuff, and start a living, and eventually like a family and stuff like that. So I guess it's just like I don't know, it's just a goal to just keep going and just do my thing, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough. So what is one piece of advice you give to someone for wanting to becoming a basketball player?
Um, I guess just some advice is just to keep working hard every day. If you really want to be good, be good at something you want to do, you got to work at it every day. And just I don't know, I'd say just keep it in, like even in the off season, you gotta keep playing basketball just so you keep that keep that type of love for the game, stuff like that.
Yep. One of my advices would be stop doing three-pointer shots. But yeah, that's my
Yeah.
opinion. um, why do you think it's important for people to get a good education, and how do you view the benefits in your own personal views? Hello. Hello. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
That was my Wi-Fi. Oh my God. I don't know what's happening with the router.
you're cool. You're good.
All right. I thought this was you for a second. I was like, no, my Wi-Fi is not doing this to me right now. So I'm gonna repeat the question. Let's see here. Why do you view how why do you think why do you think it's important to get a good education, and how do you view the benefits in your own personal experiences?
um, like in college or just like in high school and stuff like that.
High school.
Well, I think if you want to go to obviously college, you have to get through high school. So if you want to, get to that level, you have to get through and make it, get it done in high school. But I think education is important just because, if you're an athlete, maybe athletics aren't going to take you all the way in your whole life. So you got to like have something else to, back up on and be able to obviously make a living from. So you got to be somewhat educated.
Yep, definitely can agree on that point. What is one of your proudest accomplishments in basketball?
Um, Shoot. Uh, I don't really know, honestly. I don't really have that many like big accomplishments, I guess.
Okay.
Uh,
Which sport
I
did you
don't
enjoy
know.
more, basketball or football?
Uh, oh, Sam, that's a hard one right
I
there.
know. Just pick
Um,
one.
I don't know. It's a lot. It's a little different. Like in football, you kind of have like a different relationship with your team as like in basketball, just because there's so many more like people on the team compared to basketball and stuff like that. But I don't know, probably the season, probably basketball, just because I
Yeah,
like basketball more as a sport in general. But
fair enough.
like just the overall like fun of it, yeah, I can't choose though.
Okay, fair enough. So what do you do typically during the off season?
Uh I just I lift, I play hoops. Sometimes I guess we go to tournaments. That hasn't really been a thing lately, but like AU stuff. That's pretty much about it.
Alrighty. So, sure, what is one of your funniest moments as a basketball player and why?
Uh I mean, I'll just say a whole like a group. Just honestly, like just
All
the
right.
team trips for basketball, like there's just so many funny moments just with the boys in the hotel rooms and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Just like I don't even know. There's too many to count.
Yeah, Ben Goldie was one of them when I was there, but
Yeah.
oh, that's funny. So the second part, or the second section is football now. So what is one piece of advice you'd give to someone for wanting to becoming a wide receiver?
Um. Honestly, like being a wide receiver, I mean, I wouldn't say it's the easiest job ever, but it's really not that hard. I
Just
mean, you
catch.
can, yeah, you just got to be able to. I mean, if you know what you got to run, you know your routes, you know you can. I mean, you got to be able to block really well,
Yeah.
especially if you're like a tight end, kind of like I was. But yeah, blocking's a big thing, honestly. So I mean, you got to be a little bit physical, but I just say the biggest thing is catching the ball and just knowing like what you actually have to do.
Yeah, I mean Harrisburg plays it to perfection, but also we do have to kind of work on that
Yeah,
too.
right.
So what is the most enjoyable game you played as a football player and why?
Um, I'd probably have to say the Washington game this year. Just because I didn't play my junior year
Yep.
after I did play sophomore year, but I didn't play my junior year just because I don't know, I just really wasn't feeling like it, I guess. But
Yeah.
the first game we came back obviously was against Washington. So that was my first varsity first varsity football game I've ever played. And obviously the turnout was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably the coolest game ever for
Yeah.
football.
Next year, we're also going to be it's the same schedule pretty much, but except we're going to be having to go all the way to Washington. So that's going to be
Oh,
probably a
yeah,
different outcome.
yeah.
So I can't wait to see how that plays out. What is one game you could replay and why?
Mm, oh, that's tough. Probably um the Roosevelt game for sure.
Oh God, yeah, that one
Like
sucked.
I think everyone on the football team could probably say that, but um personally probably the OG game at the
Yeah,
end
that
of the
one was
year
really close.
just cuz I feel like we actually could have won that thing.
Yeah, that one was so close. We were such in reach of victory. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
super close on that one.
Yeah. So, what is your proudest accomplishments in football, if you know any?
Um I mean freshman year was pretty sweet. We went undefeated. Uh I mean, other than that, I guess it was just kind of like the same thing. I haven't really done
Yeah,
much. I guess.
fair enough. So how do you want to be remembered?
Um, I don't know. I guess I mean, just like a like as in like a just a human sense, or like as in like a basketball, a football, athletic
Just
thing.
human sense.
Uh, just being a good person, I think, is really important in life.
Yep.
You know, I think that's a good way to be remembered in general.
Yep. So let's hear. What is one of the lessons you learned from playing football?
Um, uh, probably just that. Um, I don't know. There's a lot of them.
I guess one of them could just be just don't take life for granted.
Yeah, that's kind of the one. Like you think like the freshman, like when I was a freshman, I was like, dang, we got a whole 4 years, and then you kind of snap, and then it's just wow, I'm graduating in almost a month.
I know. Next year
Um,
is gonna be the same
so
thing
it's
for
just
me.
like if you, I mean, it's yeah, I mean, it's a lot like for the younger people. I just like take what you like. Don't like. You guys think like high school might be like that sometimes, but don't like take it for granted and stuff like that. It's a fun time
Yeah,
in your life. You gotta live it for sure.
yeah, definitely. So, how did you gain your self-confidence?
Um, I guess I mean I don't really know. I've never really been like I've always kind of just had it like just because I don't know.
Raised by
Like
people. Yeah,
yeah, like my father like and my mom used to like tell me like obviously like they'd like talk me up and stuff just like any parents would. And
yeah,
I guess like when I was younger I just heard that and I just never really thought differently, I guess.
very nice. So, what is your exercise routine like?
Um, I mean, I don't really have like a routine or nothing like that, but I mean I go to the Y and I lift some weights and then I'll go up and I'll shoot some hoops, stuff like that.
Very nice. So, we obviously already went over this question, but what conference game did you feel we could do better on?
Definitely the OG game.
Yep,
Definitely the OG game.
already. So, how did you feel about your last season of football?
Um, it was fine, but I mean, I feel like there was a lot of things there was a lot of potential that was left out there. I feel like we definitely could have won probably a lot of the more of the games that we were kind of close in. But I mean, overall, I had a really fun time. It was really fun, like just with the friends, all my boys,
Yep.
family that we made and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, the football part of it, it was all right, but I had fun with like all my friends and stuff like that. I wouldn't trade it for the world. So
Very nice. So here's our third and final section, and it's about college. So do you have any plans for signing for any colleges?
um I'm trying to go. I'm still kind of looking around for some junior colleges to play basketball at. Uh
Yeah,
yeah.
already very nice. So I think that will conclude us off. Thank you very much for coming on. Do appreciate it.